You're done hiding. That re-emergence energy is here. And I'm hearing like, wow, I literally split the deck to the Empress. Something is waiting to be birthed from you. Yeah, you guys are meant to shine. Like, you are meant to be who you are. There's no more setbacks. All you can do is live as who you really are. And I think that's what this last year or so, it might have honestly been a cycle of 9 years, 10 years, 3 years. Those numbers are coming into mind right now. A cycle of breaking down all of the aspects of yourself that weren't actually belonging to you. You had to come to terms with what you weren't in order to make room and embrace who you are. Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of energy that I'm feeling, and it's a very regal, royal, like magnificent energy. It's very majestic. And I mean, I literally split the deck first to the Empress and then the Emperor, and they're literally in my deck, they're literally separated by the King of Cups in the reverse. So that's actually what it's giving, is that you guys have been mastering detachment. You're letting go of this narrative that your emotions are your identity. Yeah. You're letting go of this narrative that your emotions are your identity. And you're using your emotions as influence in becoming your most powerful self. Yeah. You know, my guides are a little bit quieter today. And I think the reason for that is we just came out of a really massive emotional Mercury retrograde, right? Where this was taking place in Pisces. So all of the things that needed to be revealed to us, the patterns that were keeping us stuck, that were stagnating us, that were no longer serving us, things that were being hidden from us, things that were suppressing our truth, things that were keeping our knowledge diminished, our spiritual gifts, like all those things had to come to light. And I'm getting that this period for all of us was such a time where we were having to surrender. Like, we were in a place where we were fully surrendering. And I'm hearing that's all that needed to happen. And now that that's happened, you know, I think it's time to just follow your own, trust and follow the trust that you have for your intuition, for your greatness. Yeah, like I was saying, my guides are kind of quiet, but I'm taking that as a sign of like radical self-reliance. Like, you don't always need your guides to be in your ear, your auric field all the time, because they're there with you. And it's something about this divine trust in who you are as a being, as an essence, is enough right now. And you're not being asked to do anything in this time. You're being asked to feel into this, I'm hearing like the potentiality of you, and holding reverence for how magnificent that is. There's a softening. It's a stillness, but it's more like I just got a visual of like when you are moving, you know, and you pack up all your stuff and you decide like what comes with you and what doesn't. And then you're at the very last moment where you look at the house and it's empty. And you know that where you're going next, you know, you're going to reestablish your dwelling, right? So all of the things that need to come with you are coming with you. And then things are getting rearranged, right? Like your house, like the setup isn't going to look the same. But that's the beauty in rearrangement, right? That's the beauty in alchemy. And so what I'm hearing is don't be afraid of the emptiness, you know, arrive empty so that you can be filled. And that's exactly, I think, where we're sitting right now, you know, on the heels of that emotional purging. I see the Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. On the heels of that purging, there is renewal. And this is perfectly aligned with the spring equinox, right? This is like where all of the, like the cycles, the dormancy of the winter, everything appears to be kind of dead or desolate, isolated, quiet, still, cold. You know, there is like a withering away. But I also look at it as like a pruning process, right? It's kind of like monthly cycles, right? And with the moon, like things have to shed. Things have to fall away in order for a rebuilding to happen. And I'm getting that's where a lot of you all are right now. And I heard don't resist change. And don't get in your head about what change means, because I think sometimes there is a automatic jump or like a conclusion that we arrive to when we hear the word change. And I think, you know, for a lot of us, there is this attachment to a previous version. There's a security in it. There's a safety in it. This energy that I'm sitting in feels so serene. It's interesting because I've had kind of a busy day, but right now everything, and I had coffee, which I don't always drink coffee. So it's like internally I feel awake and I feel, you know, alive. But there's also such a sense of stillness in my presence and in my essence. And almost like a twinge of tiredness. So, you know, I think some of you probably are feeling tired too. And I think it is from the amount of energetic expulsion that has been taking place, right? For some of you, because I've seen a lot of butterflies today, so I am seeing butterflies in my mind's eye. Butterflies are so significant and relevant to the topic, right, of renewal, of the recycling, of transformation, of emergence, right? And, you know, sometimes I think about like the salience of a caterpillar, and I'm like, I wonder if they intuitively know what's about to take place, or if they are just surrendered to the process of becoming and they're not even fully sure what's going to emerge. But I think sometimes is like, you know, having a human experience, it is that leaning more maybe into the excitement and the curiosity of like what happens next when I take a pause, right? When there is stillness, what emerges? Not to be scared. I keep going back and forth on if I want to pull tarot or if I want to just allow this energy to be present and kind of just emit through my message. Owls might be significant for some of you. I looked over and I saw like this little owl figurine that I have on my wall. Given the right conditions, things will grow, right? The Two of Cups. You're balanced right now. There's nothing that you need to do. There's literally nothing that you need to do. This is part of the process where you get to just be, and you get to take a much needed rest from pursuing becoming. And, I think collectively, right, because we are part of nature, we're not just with nature, we are nature. Everything is blooming again. You're seeing the greenery come back to life. Obviously the pollen, which is yucky. But, you're seeing things develop. You're seeing things bloom again. Things are blossoming. This is the new year, right? So that energy is wanting to kind of ramp back up. I think right now a lot of us are in this place of just really thinking about the possibilities, being open. And generally I do feel like a lot of you are sensing that there's so much in store for you this year, whether that is maintaining the growth process or cycle that you're in, but also I'm hearing opportunities are coming in and you're going to be fulfilled in more ways than one. I'm getting whatever you have set your sights on, whatever you've been desiring, multiply that and it'll be tenfold, right? Yeah, I see the moon in the reverse. I saw the tower. I saw the 5 of coins in the reverse. Yeah. Don't let other people talk you into what success looks like either. And you're going to know that you're on the right path. And I think for a lot of you right now, deep, deep, deep down, even if you aren't, it's not fully in your conscious awareness, you know that where you're at feels okay. Even if it's not a familiar feeling, it feels okay, it feels right. It's just about that trust in your process right now and who you are. Trust that the things that you've let go of, trust that the sacrifices you've made, trust that the programs that you have outgrown, trust that the decisions you've made, trust that the boundaries you've set, the people that you've, not necessarily hurt, but rubbed the wrong way, trust that you did everything that was in alignment for your highest self. Because you can't live for other people, you have to live for you. Maybe I'll just pull an oracle. I'm honestly not really feeling the tarot right now, because this energy that I'm sitting in is just so grounded. Attune to the frequency of your soul's highest becoming. I heard that. Strength. I also heard you're still figuring out how to be human. You're figuring out what it really means to cultivate everything that you seek in this lifetime. And, I think part of the magic of being a human is things will, as much as things are consistent, things will change. And so knowing that change is the only constant, keeps us in a place of ever expanding openness and curiousness and curiosity for what is and what will be. And I just keep looking around in my apartment and I see all my plants and just how much they love, grow it, curving towards the sun. And it's look to the sun, look to your sun, your inner compass. Yeah, and it might sound corny, but you shine like the sun. People see it, people are drawn to it. I'm getting there's been a lot of healing emotionally and internally, that you guys have really actually been able to feel like the heaviness of some of those cycles being lifted very recently, like the last week, within the last week. Right now, my body just feels so centered, so almost like heavy, but in a very anchored way. And again, there's not a lot, like I'm not getting a lot of downloads right now. And so maybe this is enough, right? To just come on here and talk to you all about the importance of where you are, that every moment that you exist in is significant, because every moment is actually shaping your reality. You know, your thoughts shape your emotions. Your emotions shape your vibrational frequency. Your vibrational frequency determines the trajectory of your experience. If you're looking for love, be love. Emit love. If you're looking for security, emit security. Emit assuredness in yourself. If you're looking for comfort, nurture yourself. Water your own seeds. And that is what will take root. And I just want to say that I'm really thankful for you all. I think gratitude has been overwhelmingly what I have felt lately, and just having a space where I can be a source or a resource for love and light for you guys is like, honestly, all I've really ever wanted. And in a lot of ways I've fulfilled that, but this is just a new avenue for me to get to explore that. And I am so grateful to know that I, in a lot of ways, have touched your lives and your experience of yourself, and have been able to add to the trust that you're instilling in yourself. It's that's like literally what I'm here to do, you know, and what all of us are here to do, right? So just thank you for taking up space with me. Thank you for existing in this space. I do want to pull an oracle card for you guys. I'm just kind of curious. This is the Healing Waters Oracle. And I think it's kind of fitting, just given, like, you know, the Mercury retrograde that was in Pisces, and we were being asked to flow so much. Water's just a ubiquitous resource, right? And we definitely, sometimes we take it for granted, right? And we pollute it. We you know, there's times where it's hoarded, it's contaminated. And we're not always respectful to it, right, to its forces. But we are made up of mostly water. So we definitely need to be respectful of the force that is water, right? Water shapes by flowing. Water doesn't ask or demand things to move for it. It moves around things. And as it moves around things, it shapes the formation of other things. That's what's so beautiful about water. So I'm gonna get one card, one oracle card. This is for the collective and the general energy right now. So we got the wishing well. So it says unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. The wishing well. It's said that in ancient times, women would sing and whisper into wells, believing that the water would carry their messages from one corner of the world to another. This may sound like something from a children's fable, but in fact, several scientific researchers have theorized that water can be imbued with energy from our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Wishing wells are found all over the world, and they mirror to us the great reverence held by our ancestors for Earth's fresh waters. Greek mythology says that the tradition of wishing wells began through the practice of throwing coins into a sacred well of the warrior Amphiaraus, who was a renowned oracle. The wishing well is a wonderful card that carries with it great blessings, gifts, and fulfilled wishes. When it appears in a spread, it's a sign that things are happening and that the realization of your dreams is likely to occur. Of course, any creation requires embodiment and action, so it's not a sign to stop moving towards your dreams in practical ways. Rather, it offers deep encouragement to keep going and to trust that all the groundwork you've already put in place is working. It also can be a sign that helpful people are coming into your life to support you in creating your heart's deepest desires. And so it says the healing waters activation. I receive all of the gifts that life has to offer me with an open heart and an open mind. I'm surrounded by kind, helpful people. Things are working out for me. I'm living my heart's deepest, most daring prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I will take that as an overwhelmingly positive assurance that, this place that we are in right now is exactly where we're meant to be, and we're just meant to flow and let the streams of fate, of destiny carry us, to exactly where we need to be. And we will end up there, and we don't have to worry about the timeline. It's already done. We just have to be open to allowing us to be carried into this next, new cycle, okay? So much gratitude, so much love, so much joy. I think we're really coming into a period of our lives where joy is going to be paramount. It's going to orchestrate everything that we experience, everything that we do. And that's so heart-led. That's just that brain and heart coherence that is so abundant, so magnetic, and so attractive, So thank you guys for being here with me. I'm sending you so much love, so much gratitude as well. I'm still doing personal readings, so if you are in a place where you'd like some guidance on this next part of your life, you can click the link in my description. My website will be there. Just reach out to me via email if that is something you're interested in, and then we can get that underway. And otherwise, I will talk to you guys very soon. I wish you a very abundant and prosperous new year, okay? So I love you. I'll talk to you soon.